Testing, testing, testing. All right, we sound good. Let's kick this thing off. That's funny how that thing started all the way around, but it wound up finding me. What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever time it is for you. My name is Shannon Williams. I am the OCPD coach, and what I like to do is help you with your relationship with progress. My biggest thing that I like to do is show you guys how I live my life. I walk you through the different activities I do to keep myself on track, on task, and actually get things done. And along the way, we have to always ensure that we are keeping that relationship with progress healthy. We don't want to be workaholics, and we don't want to be underachieving when it comes down to being productive. So I try to help you find that healthy balance, and this is a great opportunity for us to talk and really get things done, show you guys how I pick my brain apart, and also hopefully we can help some people out. So TikTok, welcome in TikTok. I'll tell you right now, TikTok is something that I'm trying to get working on my computer again, but for some reason they banned my account, so I can't live stream to TikTok with my computer. But if you guys want to follow along, I'm live on YouTube. So hit the YouTube link in my description and you can hop into the live. Tamboree, welcome in. Y'all, we have to talk about getting some stuff done. Because I've told you guys, I've been working on the video game for a little bit. And at this point, I'm so close to the finish line, but I'm still not there. So in today's stream, we're gonna work on figuring out what those next steps are. We're also going to look at everything I did wrong this past sprint or things I could do better. And also give ourselves some praise, some credit for all the things that we did get done. That being said, let me switch over to our different view. We're going to go over to our active cam. There it is, TikTok. What's going on, TikTok? If you want to see the entire live, get full access, make sure you head to the YouTube link in the description. I'm not able to stream my computer on TikTok right now. They need to get it fixed, TikTok. But in the meantime, you can definitely check out the link in the YouTube link. I have a live stream going on right now. You can see everything I'm doing. All right, so yesterday, just to recap real quick. I'm not talking to you, Alexa. So one of the biggest things is this. I did a poll on the YouTube channel yesterday and I asked, what do you guys want to learn about or what do you want to talk about in yesterday's stream? And most people voted that they wanted to talk about how to get started. How do you get started on a task? And I thought this was a great topic, a great opportunity for us to talk about things that people struggle with when they get started, as well as things that people don't take into account when they get started. And I came up with the swim method. The swim method. So I have a whole live stream from yesterday. If you want to check that out on the YouTube channel, the OCPD Coach. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So yeah, you can check that out on the OCPD Coach. Y'all, TikTok? You got to help me out because I don't know what certain things are coming through the live and I don't know what it is. So you guys have to get me hip to what it is. I'm new to TikTok streaming. But yeah, like I said, check that stream out. And I'm telling you right now, we're chopping these videos up. We're going to have so much content to get to you guys to help you build a healthier relationship with progress, get things done, give yourselves pats on the back, and ultimately build a healthier relationship with progress. All that being said, Tamboree, again, I thank you so much for being in here. Let's talk about this past week. Let's talk about this past sprint. Let's talk about the things we got done, things we didn't get done, and go through our entire Jira board right now. First things first, you guys can see my screen, and I have all my columns up. I'm zooming in just a little bit. There we go. Get some sound effects going. Let me test this out. Let's make it a little bit louder. That's better. Okay. Now let's walk through it. Let's see what we got done. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. All right. So we're starting from our left to our right today. And we're going to talk about the things that I still have to do. So these are things that unfortunately are going to roll over. I'm not able to get them done and it's okay. This happens. I think this is great for you guys to see that I don't even get everything done that I have planned all the time. And I'm a certified agile product owner. That's supposed to be something that I really prioritize. But sometimes things come into your life and you're not able to get every single thing done. You have to learn how to give yourself grace. So with that being said, first thing on my list is this. I have a notification overhaul system that I need to build for my game. And let me set my timer up too. Because you guys know I'll talk all day long if I don't have a timer. All right, there it is, 20 minutes. So notification overhaul, I didn't get this set up. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. I wanted to get it set up, but I had a few things that popped in and took higher priority. So we'll get it done, but we didn't get that in. It's okay. Next thing we have on here is I wanted to make a transition system for every time you start the game where the game would start out in a different way that would be engaging, kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's, something like that. So I didn't get a chance to set that up, but again, it's okay. We'll give ourselves grace. We don't have anything in stretch. We don't have anything in brainstorming. So let's move on to our next topic, which is in progress. What is in progress? What's still going? So at the top of the list, I have my shopper system. I'm still working on this system in the game where you're able to have the shoppers walk around and do damage to them. So I have it where you can blow them up with different, what is it, a firecracker, fun stuff like that. But I didn't get this completely done, and I'm not gonna cheat the system. I still need to get darts and bottle rockets to be able to knock them over and then have that trigger something else. So since it's not done, everybody that's in TikTok, what's going on, y'all? Say hey to me, talk to me. But with that being said, we're not gonna move that over. We'll leave that in progress and that'll just roll over with us. The other thing is the build settings screen. I made a lot of progress on it, but I didn't get it done. So since I didn't get it done, it stays in progress. It's okay. We're gonna roll it over, and then next sprint, which starts in about an hour, we're gonna try to see how much of that we can get done. The next thing is our implement UI. Now this ticket, I estimated it as 8 and as an 8. So that means it should have taken about 8 hours. I think my estimation was proper, but I need to add something in here. And that something is that I wound up adding a whole lot of stuff inside of the UI prep stage that I didn't account for. So I had to do a lot of prep before I even got to this stage. So we'll make sure we put a ticket in for that. But since that was the case, I didn't get this done. We'll roll it over, we'll get it done. I am thinking about splitting this ticket up, but we'll talk about that after we do done. All right, now here's the fun part. Now we get to give ourselves a pat on the back. We get to congratulate ourselves because we did get some work done. So let's talk about the stuff we did get done. First of all, benchmarking my social media stats and analytics. I went ahead and did that before the stream started. So we're getting up on YouTube. YouTube is starting to climb a little bit faster now. I know last week I don't have it right here. I'm trying to see if I can squint, but I can't. So I think we were at about 271 or 268 last sprint for YouTube. And when I checked today, we're at about 283 or 282. So that's 10 subs in a week. It's not a lot, but still, people are deciding to check the channel out. They're getting content, they're getting value, and they're deciding to hit that sub button. So I loved it. Another thing I didn't account for in my benchmarking, but I will say it here, is that I have noticed our live streams on YouTube, we're starting to get more people in, we're starting to get more engagement. So those are two big wins for us, and we want to make sure we give ourselves another ding for that one. All right, let's keep going. Next up on the list, we have the Thief Weapon System. So this was something I added in the game where you can get dart guns, shoot dart guns, you can get firecrackers, shoot firecrackers, you can get bottle rockets, shoot bottle rockets. And the biggest thing with this was that I had to make it where you could buy those weapons. You had to be able to buy them. So I was able to get that done, and we're going to give ourselves credit for that. So let's ding it. 8 likes. I appreciate you. I appreciate that on TikTok, guys. Appreciate that. TikTok, what's going on? I'm trying to get it fixed for you guys on TikTok so you can see everything I'm doing. But Streamlabs and TikTok, they banned it where I can't stream from my computer. So if you want to see the stream, head to YouTube. If you want to see the full stream of what we're doing, head to YouTube. Next up, product desire system. Done. I actually got that done right before the sprint. I woke up, I was up until around 2:30 last night, 2:30 in the morning. Woke up around 9 today and just grind. I tried to grind as many tickets as I could out before we got the stream started. So that was in there. Another one, improve product ordering experience. We did it. The OCPD coach hyper focus stream every Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We did that last night. That was great. And that is something, just a quick note. I know I talk a lot, but that is something I think I'm going to evolve it instead of it just being hyper focused. For the past 3 streams, I've been doing a teaching session for the first hour. And I've been teaching you about having ADHD, having OCPD, what the different side effects are, the traits, and then the different, I'm trying to actually help you out with practical steps. So I walk you through what the pivot cycle looks like. Last night, we actually talked about what I call the swim method. And that is how to get a task or a goal started properly so that you don't drown and you don't just sit there waiting water. So those are great streams to make sure you check out and start popping into every single Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. Next thing, improve UI UX. Simple one. I already had the system set up. All I had to do was add a few things in. We were good to go. Next up, we have admin planning. Got that done. Implement in-world graphic effects. Got that done. Create UI unlockable transitions similar to date everything. Got that done. I probably shouldn't have brought that up over the other date important system, but it was easier for me to knock this out. I had a clear vision. It was much simpler. So get the wins where you can. Even if it's a small win, take the wins wherever you can. So we got that. Thursday night stream. So I did a Thursday night stream. This was my first time as an official guest, and it is called Alt Control Debate. So that is a stream I'll actually be hosting on my channel this Thursday. And I think we did it at 7:30 p.m. last Thursday. So we're going to talk about some fun topics. If you have topic ideas that you want to talk about, let's keep it mental health centric or progress centric so that we can make sure the algorithm doesn't get confused with YouTube. Make sure you let me know. Comment on the video, comment in the chat. Let me know. Wherever it is, just let me know. So we'll be talking about that this Thursday. Next thing, we had 2 streams Thursday. So I was actually really busy Thursday. I had 2 streams. I had a few meetings, and I sandwiched everything. So the Thursday stream where we did our check-in, got that out the way. I did a 1-hour connect with, so this was a networking opportunity, but it was a great chance for me to talk with somebody who knows more about make.com because that's what I'm trying to set my stuff up with. So that was a great opportunity. I guest appeared on a podcast. I guess you'd call it a guest appearance, but I popped in and hopped on the panel. So that was a lot of fun. Read my Bible. So I told you guys, I've been reading my Bible for 30 minutes, but I actually switched it up. So instead of me just reading it, I'm getting people to give specific teachings on them. and I'm trying to do a lot of Proverbs to see how it relates to business, my next steps, making sure I'm doing things the right way, as closely aligned to the Bible as I can make it. So that's the goal. We had Scout upcoming conferences. This is a doozy. There weren't a lot of conferences that popped up over this week, so I could probably start making this every other week. But for now, we'll go ahead and get our credit for it. That Mac laptop is bothering me, just seeing it in the background. All right, next up, workout at least 2 days this week. We did that. I met with Russ, so the online course I've been developing for the past year to help you with your relationship with progress. That's something that I was able to meet with my guy on this week, and we talked a little bit more about that. Investigate food court glass shatter. I forgot that was this sprint. So these are the things that I always tell you guys to be mindful of. We tend, and I always make that mountain analogy, but we tend to get so much work done without giving ourselves credit. We don't even realize how much work we get done. So with me having this ticket and having this stream, having this meeting, I'm able to go and see every single thing that I've done throughout the entire week. And I oftentimes get surprised by how many things I forgot got completed. So this was one of the things that was completed. Another thing, fix the sitting system. That was this week. Yes, it was. Replacing the porch light was this week. Building the item object catcher. That was this week. Wow. Sun time, 2.5 dedicated hours. It went way over that, but can't spend too much time with your son, I don't think. Yeah, that's a different conversation. Next thing, trademark check-in. Every single week I check in on my trademark. Next thing we have is the OCPD Coach Sunday stream. So that is what I'm doing right now. This is the one that I did last Sunday. So give ourselves credit for that one. And if you are on TikTok, if you're on YouTube, Twitch, wherever you are, appreciate you guys for coming in. I hope this stream is beneficial for you. I hope you can get some knowledge out of it. I want to help you build a healthier relationship with progress and get things done. So that's what we do here. Next up, if you want to see the full stream, go to my YouTube channel in the description and you can see everything I'm doing, because TikTok is not working friendly with Streamlabs right now. Next thing we have on here is our wife time. So I had to get some time in with my wife. Now this says 5 hours, but I'm adding another ticket because we did something else. And then Jameson meeting. So overall, looking at this list, we got 26 things done and we have 5 things left to do. Now, this doesn't really give you a full scope of the amount of work because this just counts the amount of tickets. Inside of every single ticket, though, I have what you call story points. And that's right here, the story point estimate. This is how long I think in hours that this ticket would take me to get complete. So although it says 26 and we normally hit around 30, I'm way over what I typically would get done. So I'm actually really proud of myself, give myself a pat on the back. And let's go ahead and move over here because we need to add some stuff in that I like that's called ad hoc. These are things that came in that I didn't have planned or things that ballooned, got bigger. So let's talk about this real quick. First things first, to do, and I'll move this to do. But first things first, we need to add in here was movie time. Movie time with wife. So movie time with wife. Watched a movie with my wife in addition to traditional time spent. All right, and that's 2. It might actually have been 3, honestly, because we paused it. So we'll give that 3. And that was something that was complete. Another thing that we were able to get complete was I did movie time with son. And this was, I want to say, that was about 2 hours. And I'll say movie time with son / nap, rest, or recover. Now, this was after I streamed last Sunday. I was so tired. I went upstairs, I laid down, and we watched the movie. I put on Goof Troop. Yeah. What's the name of it? The Goofy movie. That's the name of it. The Goofy movie. And relaxed. Now, I always say this. I hope you guys remember this if you don't remember anything else that I tell you, and that is that rest is progress. You have to make sure you rest. I like to compare it to getting an oil change in the car and making it where the car can keep going. You have to be able to take your breaks, take your rest. So we got that in. Another thing, I don't know why I put Retro Game Store Simulator, but that's fine. Another thing, I did my Patreon. So set up Patreon account. And if you guys want to know how to join the Patreon account, I'll put the chat bot up here so you guys can see where to join. But the Patreon, the goal with this is that you can support the channel if you just want to support the channel. But I wanted to be able to give you guys an opportunity for more hands-on support. It's one thing when you watch me on a YouTube stream. That's one thing. But when you get the actual hands-on, I'm looking at your Jira board, I'm helping you plan out whatever your strategies and your goals are, that's a whole different experience. And you might say, okay, cool, but who are you? Why would I want you to be the person that helps me? First of all, I'm a certified Agile Scrum product owner, and I understand how we need to look at our goals in a way that makes them not only achievable, but also rewarding. That's the thing I always want to do is keep that dopamine up. Let's keep getting rewards. And also, the next thing is I have over 9 years of experience working at these Fortune 500 companies doing exactly what I'm helping you with. So I like to always say I run my life like a business. I do. I have goals for myself. I give myself milestones. And as you'll see in a few minutes when we hop over to our retrospective, I do reviews on myself. I always have to review myself and make sure I'm doing a great job. So with that being said, let me make sure I give myself credit for these. So movie time with wife, movie time with son, nap, recover, and setting up that Patreon account. All big wins. All big wins. There seems like it's something else I wound up doing. Oh yeah, so impromptu coaching session. Coaching session. So I put coaching session in parentheses because it wasn't an official coaching session. It was just talking to a buddy, but I was actually doing the stuff that I do when I coach people in that session. So we're going to give ourselves credit for that. And that is going to be a tier 3 relationship. And that is going to be the OCPD coach, as well as my mental health. Believe it or not, guys, I love helping people. So when I help other people, it's also rewarding for me. And that is something that I always have to keep that in mind because I can wind up getting addicted to that feeling of helping people and then I don't get stuff done. Okay, the next thing, which is a big thing, was so prep UI assets. This took me way longer than I hoped. So this is going to be creating flip books, creating sprite sheets, learning time, R&D. The other thing we had to do on here was I created my own icons last night. So created icons for archetypes because I had somebody create them, but I didn't like how they came out. And this was, to me, you could say it was poor delegation because I always have struggled from that. But I would give myself a pass with this one because I actually chose somebody who did good work for me before. It's just, this didn't hit the mark. This might have been a little bit above what they were able to do. And I didn't make a big deal out of it. I just went ahead and knocked it out myself and we're good to go. So I'll go ahead and give myself the label of Retro Game Store Simulator. And we got 4 minutes left. I think that's it. So we give ourselves the label of Retro Game Store Simulator for that one. If you guys are in here, if you're new, make sure you leave a like, leave a sub. Make sure you have the notification bell on if you're on YouTube so you get notified every single time I go live, which is 3 times a week on my channel. I officially go live and we get things done, we get things planned. So let me move this over. So prep UI assets, we're gonna move that to done. And then implement UI. I want to clone this ticket because I actually did start implementing UI. I didn't get all of it done, but I did get started. So we'll say part 2. And if you're wondering, why am I duplicating this ticket instead of just rolling it over? I'll explain it. This ticket, I have it marked as an 8, but it's probably a lot bigger. It's going to take more than 8 hours likely. I want to make sure that I get credit for the work I did in this sprint. And the alternative for this would have been splitting out every single UI element into separate tasks that I needed to get done, but that would be overkill. So this is the best way for me to split it up and make sure we get things done next sprint that still contributes to the same thing without cheating ourselves in the current sprint. So I know might sound confusing, but I hope that makes sense to you guys. Okay, so we are going to say, I'm just going to list a few screens that I did work on. So settings, pass one. We're going to say main menu, pass one. Credits, pass one. And that's what we did this sprint. And then let's also go implement UI. Let's say part one. And the thing about this, I'm going to reduce this down a little bit. So we'll reduce this down to about a 5. I think I spent about 5 hours on this. That's a rough guess, but I think I spent about 5 hours. I think that's fair. And then we get to get credit for it. So that's how it goes. And then the prep UI assets, again, we get credit for it. And now that means that we are going to be rolling over. Let's push this. This wasn't one that, this is the duplicated one. So let's roll that one over. And we are going to look at what else we have in here. So we have notification overhaul. Let's refresh the page real quick. Some water. Notification overhaul, month transitions, new days feel like a big deal. And then we have build settings screen and shopper system sabotage. So with this last minute, I want to sit right here for a minute and think and make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Am I missing anything? Trying to think if I did anything for the stream, but that would have been under admin planning. I designed my merch. I'm adding that in because I did design Rest is Progress merch. And ordered samples. So we're giving ourselves credit for that because I did go ahead and do my Rest is Progress merch for myself right now. So I won't be having it publicly available for you guys. It's just for me right now. And if you guys start liking it and you want some, then I'll make it publicly available. Who am I kidding? It is publicly available because I have the link. I just thought about it. Give myself credit. Yeah, I forgot. I do have a link. So you will be able to get access if you want it, but it's not my official anything. I just made it because I wanted to make sure we didn't lose the link. All right, that being said, I'm going to take a 5-minute break real quick just to relax. TikTok, what's going on, TikTok? What can I do on here? Interact. Draw, I guess, lightning Q&A. Can you help me get 10K? I don't understand TikTok, y'all. I'm like an old man with this stuff. What's the best advice for men? Okay. What's the best advice for men? That's actually a good one. My best advice for anybody is to go to therapy at least one time. Because you want to understand how your brain works. You want to understand what makes you tick. A lot of us men, we don't truly know. I'm trying to think of the best way to put it, but I don't think we truly know what motivates us or what our goals are a lot of times because we get told by the world what it should be. So I recommend going to therapy so you can learn more about yourself and understand what you like, what values you have, what trauma you might need to get cleared up, and also how you can straighten yourself up as a man or as a father, as a husband, whatever the case might be. That's cool. I like that. I like TikTok has that. Do you believe in love at first sight? No. Does your name have a meaning? TikTok, come on. We need some better questions than this, TikTok. I don't know. I don't know what my name means, honestly. What game do you remember from your childhood? I remember a lot of games. First one that just came to mind for me was Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi was a lot of fun. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. I love Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. I still have that game. And then obviously wrestling games. So for me, games like SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. Day of Reckoning 2. I wasn't a big Here Comes the Pain person, but SmackDown versus Raw 2006. These are games. NBA Ballers. That's a classic. Let's keep going. What name would you give to your son, daughter? So my son, I gave him my name. He's a third. And then my daughter, my wife and I said we would have named our daughter Ellie. We would have named her Ellie. If we had a daughter, we would have named her Ellie. So that's what the name would have been for my children. TikTok, what's going on, y'all? I'm answering some random questions. Use 3 words to describe your week. Productive, methodical, and swift. Productive, methodical, swift. I would give those 3 words to how my week went. If you could live anywhere, where would it be? If I could live anywhere, where would it be? I'll be honest with you guys about this. I don't know. I've thought about living in places like Japan. I want to live in one of those places where it's extremely green grass, it's mountains, carrying baskets, no internet, and all of that good stuff. I would love to live in a place like that. Just a place low key, no AI, all of that good stuff. That'd be a perfect place for me. So we have about a minute and a half left. Where would you like to travel next and why? Japan, I have to go to Japan. I have one of my young guys that I've mentored. He just went to Japan and he told me how much fun it was, and I've had it on my list for a minute. I used to want to go to watch New Japan. I wanted to go to the Tokyo Dome and watch Wrestle Kingdom, but I don't know if that'll happen. What makes you happy when you are in a bad mood? Gratefulness, gratitude, and perspective. Anytime I'm unhappy, I always try to think about the position I'm in, the blessings I might have, the impact you might be able to make on other people's lives. And that alone can help me get in a better mood. So gratitude and perspective. It could always be worse. When do you normally sleep and wake up? I normally sleep on a Saturday or a Friday night around 2 a.m., 3 a.m. And I wake up whenever I'm ready to get up. So it could be 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 7 a.m., 6 a.m., whenever it is. Through the week, I'm normally forcing myself to go to bed by 1 a.m. and getting up around 7 or 8, depending on the day. Everybody welcome in that's joining. If you guys have questions, interact with me, y'all. Come on, don't tell me it's AI in here. I want some real folks. When was the last time you cried and why? Folk, okay, all right, funny stuff. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not a crier. I don't sit up crying. And I was telling my wife, I don't cry because I'm sad. I never cry when I'm sad. I get more angry. But I was watching that movie, Straw, and the reveal at the end, and I saw the amount of emotion in that individual and the amount of trauma that got them to that point. That broke me a little bit. I was looking at my wife. I said, I wasn't expecting that. That got me. So it wasn't a boo-hoo-hoo. But I definitely had some tears where it's like, man, I cannot, because I'm empathetic like that, I can literally put myself in other people's shoes, which is why a lot of times I can't take on people's trauma because then it becomes my trauma. So that was a lot of fun. Let's keep going though. I like that. I might start doing that more on TikTok. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and move over to our retrospective. Going to give ourselves a 15-minute retrospective. That sounds right. That sounds good. 15-minute retrospective, y'all. What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. So our retrospective, we are going to copy all of this and we are going to hit enter. If you want to see the full stream, go to my YouTube channel in the bio. That's where I'm live. They're not letting me stream the whole thing to TikTok right now, so got to work with what you have. Okay, so we're going to say June 22nd, and today is June 29th. So we'll take June 29th. We're going to switch this to say June 29th. And then I'm going to take all of my success out of here. Clean that out. Take out our what didn't go well. Clean that out. And then I always do action items last. So let's go through it. Did I put an objective for this sprint? I don't remember. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. That's the other thing, guys. Don't be too rigid in your process. because then it will definitely feel too much like a burden, a job. I run it like a business, not a job. It's a little bit different for me. So this is what I had as a sprint goal. We'll go ahead and put that in, and we'll see how we get. Okay. So my project objective, my objective for this sprint was to get the UI and gameplay. So I will say what didn't go well. I would say goal was not met 100%. So the goal wasn't met 100%. What I will say is this though. What went well? After meeting with Jameson, we identified way to merge sabotage and weapon system into one. Another success is this. After outcome from Jameson meeting, I pivoted well to build a full weapon system with UI integration. It feels good. It feels good. Yeah, it feels good. All right. So the next thing on here. Okay. All right. What didn't go well? I did not complete the entire sprint. But it's okay. What went well? What went well? I did not lose track of my main priority. With other game ideas, because I did have ideas pop up. Another thing that went well this sprint, I had something happen this sprint with what was it, man? What was it? Something happened this sprint. Yeah, I need somebody to teach me how Zero works. I mean, how TikTok works. I need a TikTok expert. But yeah, no. Something else that went well was that I would say I had a really, really strong itch to create a new game. But I didn't do anything but document it. Oh, another thing that went well, my hyper-focused content is getting great reviews. So people are liking the hyper-focused content. The next thing that went well, lots of positive feedback and multiple individuals are following my processes since streaming. And I'll just put a few. I'll say following or considering my processes since streaming. So I had them and somebody else, but I can't remember who it was. So we'll put that. Next thing we have in here. What didn't go well? What could I have done better? Oh, one more thing. I was on time. I was on time to every single stream. Yo, I was on time to every single stream. So I'm really happy about that. What went well? I developed. I developed a consistent process. So I developed a consistent process for getting things done. No, 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 no. I developed a consistent process for hyper focus content, hyper focus teaching content. So my hyper focus content, welcome in everybody on TikTok. Welcome in, talk to me, talk to me. The hyper focus teaching content, I've been teaching a lot about ADHD, OCPD, pivoting, just different topics, and I really, really like that. Another thing, I did more YouTube, so I'm starting to post more on YouTube posting. Another thing that went well, I'm giving myself credit for it. This won't be until next sprint, but planning to start doing work for TikTok. TikTok. I want to start doing more stuff on TikTok. What went well? Worked half days at job this week. So my full time, I worked half days. All right, what didn't go well? Oh, another thing that went well. Mental health was, what's a good word for acceptable? You know, there's a word that people always say that where people are overreacting or inappropriate. What's the other word for it? Oh, I think it's appropriate. Mental health was appropriate after company layoffs. I didn't I didn't go into a spiral or do anything impulsive. So I know with ADHD, with OCPD, man, we can do impulsive things out of fear, and I was really happy. I didn't do anything crazy out of fear. As far as like selling my truck, all types of other stuff you wind up doing when you're really stressed out. So I was really happy with that. Okay, other opportunities. What else could have gone better this sprint? I will say this: I didn't properly estimate the work required for the work required for UI integration. So that wasn't well. And if you guys want to see the full stream, Red, what's going on, Red? If you guys want to see the full stream, I'm on YouTube in the link in my bio so you can see exactly what I'm doing until TikTok gets this resolved. So I didn't properly estimate the work required for UI integration. Another thing that didn't go well is that, man, it's related to this. It's related to this. And I lost my train of thought. I didn't properly estimate the work required for UI integration. And, oh yeah, my tickets could be better defined. I can do better at defining my tickets so that the goal is obvious and there is no overlap. There is limited overlap with other tickets. So we need to find a way to get that resolved. I'm gonna try this. I kind of want to try having it up top and out the way, hopefully. All right. Let's see how it works. YouTube, tell me if this works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then I'll pull it back. But I want to try to get this mic out my way because I'm always messing around with it. It's always just right in my way when I'm trying to talk. So we'll try this out. All right. There we go. Okay, so all right. What else didn't go well? I'll say I cut it really close with building PowerPoint for Saturday stream. And I'm gonna start cutting this mic volume all the way up because I noticed that my mic is kind of low. So if I cut it all the way up, hopefully it's better for you guys. There we go. All right, let's keep going. So I set a date. I cut it really close to building PowerPoint. Oh yeah, that sounds better when I have it all the way up. That sounds a lot better. Yeah, cool. We're good. We're good. I'm gonna keep my mic here from now on. I like it. I like it right here. That's fine. So going forward, I'm trying to think if anything else didn't go well, but I think it was just my time estimation. I think my time blindness struck me a few times, bit me a few times. But other than that, I did pretty well. This wasn't really a struggle stream. I'll also add this. Even though sprint was not complete 100%, uh, my mental was strong. Yeah, my mental was strong. I would say, son interrupted live stream. And I didn't let it derail. Crap, how do you spell derail? All right. So now let's start talking action items. What can we do going forward? We're still getting the communicating streaming schedule. I'm still getting it resolved. I'm so close. Address vertical streaming issue. So another thing that didn't go well, TikTok live. TikTok Streamlabs live. I'm still not able to stream from computer, which sucks because TikTok can't see anything I'm actually working on. What can be done going forward? So I do need to still set a date in the calendar to have fun with the family, but they already knew I communicated ahead of time. So I will say my communication was really well. Communication skills with family for expectations went well. Appeared on multiple channels. I would say my game is looking amazing. RGSS is looking amazing. And things feel good. I would say project was set up for Justin to finally get to work. So that's a delegation plus, a delegation point right there. Right there. Oh man, this is a great idea. I need to add something in the future where I can have my different struggles with ADHD and OCPD, and I can give myself points every time I do something that contributes to making it a healthier relationship. That's an idea. We'll figure it out. All right, when I get time, see if I can refresh token from a simple, okay, I didn't get to do that. I didn't get to do this. This I did. I think I did that well. What else can be done going forward? Spend time figuring out LinkedIn, TikTok posting. All right, that's good. That's good enough. I think that's good enough retro. And this is why I like you guys to make sure you stay and get as much of this. LinkedIn, TikTok. Oh yeah, that's good. I think we finally have ourselves a winning position, y'all. We have finally done it. Just raising it up and lowering it down. But as long as this thing is out of my face, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. As long as you guys can hear me and it's out of my face, I'm good. So I'll dust that thing off later. It's fine. But this is why I really want you guys to always make sure if you're following along, if you're doing the sprints, if you're doing Zero with me, try to do some form of a retro. They really, really help you because what I'm able to do is go through all of my stuff that I did throughout this sprint. I can give myself credit So this is me actively rewarding myself or just letting myself know that I did a great job at something. This improves our confidence. And look at this. I have so many of these. If I ever want to just look at my progress and look at how well I've been doing at things, or even check out opportunities where I have needed to improve, this is a great way for you to do it. And you can continuously keep this log. It doesn't take long. You see, I knocked that out in about 10 to 15 minutes. So try to do this. As much as we critique ourselves, as much as we are hard on ourselves, try to make sure you reward yourself, you praise yourself, and you acknowledge yourself as much as possible. So that's that. And the next thing that I want to do is the deep dive. So 5 minutes on the clock. Let's deep dive one of these topics real quick. So let me look. So this one stands out to me right here. This one stands out. And this one stands out. So let's talk about these three. First things first. I have on here what didn't go well. My tickets could be better defined so that the goal is obvious. There is limited overlap with other tickets. What I noticed this sprint, and TikTok was going on, YouTube, Twitch was going on. I got all of you guys here at the same time. What I noticed is this. I had a few tickets that were really similar, or the descriptions of them were not fully detailed. So I didn't have a clear expectation of when I would be complete with the ticket. And I think that happened for about 2 or 3. So I actually had to refine it or guess in my head when things would be complete. Had I done it properly before I started the sprint and in my refinement sessions, I wouldn't have had that struggle. It would have been clear cut. I would have had proper estimations on how long each thing would take. But when you have 2 tickets that are extremely similar, you start having a hard time understanding which one you're actively working on at any given time. So definitely make sure going forward, this is for me, my future self, I'm definitely going to make sure I set better goals and I make sure that whatever my tickets have are clear and defined. Things that did go well that I wanted to highlight. Number 1, even though I didn't clear every single task in my sprint, my mental was healthy. And this is big for me, and I'll explain why. If you have OCPD or ADHD, you might understand what I'm saying here, but with different disorders, and especially being a man, I've always prided myself on the things I get done. And I've always wanted to be a 100% person. I want to get everything done. I want to get the A+. I don't want to have bad grades. I don't want to slip up. I want to have the perfect performance. It can stem from a bunch of different things. Maybe the imposter syndrome that you might have. You might hate people giving you criticism or giving you feedback, whatever the case might be. I've always been a 100% type of person. So that being the case, when it comes down to doing my sprints, I wanted to finish my sprint 100%. I didn't want to have to roll anything over. In the past, that would have been really, really difficult for me to swallow. I would have been embarrassed. I would have been upset, maybe dejected, just all of these different things just from me not being able to complete the sprint. And instead, I actually was relieved. I had happiness in me. And then I started thinking, okay, what can I do to optimize this going forward? So that is something that I have to give myself right now a big old pat on the back, because that was an area that I've always struggled with. And I hope that if you guys are watching this, I'm giving you steps that you can take in your own personal life to help you out as well in these same areas, because we a lot of times deal with the same stuff. So the next thing I have on here is lots of positive feedback, and multiple individuals are following, considering my processes since streaming. Let's go. Let's go. This is big to me because I've been streaming for about a month consistently now. And I don't typically have a whole lot of people in the lives. It's typically, I've seen maybe one, and then I had a peak of 4, 6, 7. So it depends on what's going on. YouTube is finally starting to understand what my channel is. So I think we're getting better and better each week. With that being said, I always try to make sure I'm putting out helpful, valuable content at all times. And when I have people outside of my streams coming to me and telling me how beneficial my content has been, that means a lot to me. Because A, it means that you're listening. B, it means that whatever I'm saying is not just gibberish, it's actually resonating with you. And C, it's showing that although the content, the live viewers might be low, I'm still touching somebody. I'm still touching somebody. And that makes it all worth it to me. So those were the three things I wanted to highlight. Let's take another 5-minute break, and then we are going to hop into our planning period. This is going to be the part where we actually figure out what we're doing for this week. All right, so stay tuned. In the meantime, I go live 3 times a week, every single Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. This is our review, our midweek check-in. So this is where we go over all of the stuff that we have gotten done this sprint, and then what is left to get done. Every single Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I have a hyper-focused chill stream, but it's actually becoming more of a teaching / body double stream. So I've been teaching for the first hour, and then I start working for however long I get work done for. So that is a great one. If you want to find out different things about ADHD, OCPD, getting things done, building healthier relationships, appreciating yourself, building your self-confidence, that is the perfect stream to go to, because you never know what I'm going to teach on. And I will tell you, if you do have topics you want me to teach on or touch on, make sure you let me know. You can tell me in YouTube comments, TikTok, Twitch. I'm not on as much, but if we are live, I will see the comments. Just let me know. I love to touch on topics. I love to teach on stuff. Finally, we have our Sunday stream, which is the stream that we are doing right now. We do this stream every single Sunday at 1:15 p.m. Eastern time. And this is the stream where we plan out everything that we have to do over the course of the upcoming week. And if you are a gamer or you know a gamer, make sure you go and do me a favor. Wishlist Retro Game Store Simulator on Steam right now. This is a game that takes place in the 1980s where you run a video game store. Will you survive the 1980s? Only time will tell. Go check it out. That is what I typically work on, and a lot of my tasks that you are about to see me put into the sprint are geared towards getting that thing done. So one more reminder, leave a sub if you are here. That is a free act of kindness. You feel better when you do one a day. So if you like the content, if it's beneficial, if you know somebody who might benefit from this content, leave a sub and make sure you turn the notifications on, so that way when I go live on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, you get notified. Also, when I drop my full-length videos, my long-form videos on Wednesdays, you get notified. I'm also starting to do shorts, but we're not doing too many of them, but you'll also get notified for those. So make sure you subscribe. If you're on Twitch, if you're on Twitch, YouTube, subscribe. If you are on TikTok, make sure you follow, leave a like, interact with me. I'm real. I like to interact with real people. Let's get things done. All right. So we got 2 more minutes. Let's see if we can do a TikTok thing real quick. What are your ways? Okay, so random question from TikTok. What are ways you express kindness to others? For me, it is giving my time and undivided attention. I noticed that a lot of people just want to be heard, and I have to make a few phone calls as soon as I'm done streaming. But giving people that time, that attention that they might need, and understanding what their needs are, that helps big time. So that is one way that I express my kindness. Also, patience and empathy. I'm patient. I try to be patient with folks, but also try to be real with folks and make sure that I'm not BSing them. So see what's next. Oops. What was your dream career as a child? I wanted to be a professional wrestler. That shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, you guys already know I have so many sound effects that are just wrestling. Like, hold on, let me show you one. Hold on. Like this. So you guys know I like wrestling. I've always been a wrestling fan. What else do we have? What's one job you would never do? Don't ever say what you would never do. because you never know. But a job that I would never do, uh, I would never be a gymnast. I would never be a gymnast or a cheerleader. Who's your celebrity crush? My wife. They tried to do a trick question. How many people have you dated? Come on, give us some good ones. Who would you most like to follow you on TikTok? Who would I most like to follow me on TikTok? That's a great question. Part of me wants to say Gary V because he's been so motivational to me. But then you have to think, okay, out of the follow, what is the value that comes out of it? So I would have to think that I need somebody that is more aligned to the type of content that I'm doing, so that they can also get valuable content information from me, but I can also grow. I would think a Thomas Brush or a Dev Duck. I think those would be good folks on TikTok because we're in the same gaming world, gaming sphere, and the mental health element that I bring to the organization, I think will be a great combination. And I see that my time is up for the timer, so we are going to hop over to our planning session. And one more question I see: what qualities do you look for in another person? Authenticity. Authenticity. I love to be around people I can trust, people that are real, even if it doesn't feel good to hear. Authenticity is huge for me. All right, so let's go ahead and pivot, and we are going to complete this sprint. Let me get back to my timer. How much time do I normally like to allot for this? 20 minutes. I'm going to try my best not to do 20 minutes, but we'll see. So let's go ahead and complete that sprint. And let's get this stuff planned out. Let's get this stuff planned out. Man, look at this. That is a beast. 60 ticket, 64 tickets. Was I just pushing everything over to this sprint? Jeez. Jeez. All right. Let's start putting everything to the top that we know we need to do. That's how we're gonna start it. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So admin and planning. Let's move this up. I always do this. Top of backlog. The hyper-focused stream. We always do that. So move that. Oh crap, I just realized I moved it to the top of the backlog. I didn't want to do that. I don't know why there is no option to move it to the top of the sprint. That would be much more aligned to what I was trying to do. So move it to the top of the sprint. Let's go and do OCPD Coach Thursday stream. My Thursday night stream, I'm hosting. My hyper focus stream. My benchmarking. Let's move all of these up. Let's move all of these up to the top. All right. Close that out. Next thing we have, and if you guys are on TikTok and you want to see what I'm doing, you hit the YouTube link in the bio. You'll be able to see what I'm doing. Make sure you like the channel if it's helping you or if you want to get any more content information from me. Okay, so let's see. Wipe time, Jameson meeting, sun time, all go up to the top. All of these go up to the top. And now I have a bi-weekly meeting this sprint. I have billing to do this sprint. So these all go up to the top. All right. Create strategy guide and books. We're bumping this out to I need to see what the next sprint is. Hold on. So RGSS playtesting. So let's bump it out to RGSS playtesting. So we have right there, playtesting. So this is when the game will be tested. So we want to make sure we just put that there because we're not doing it right now. We have convert appropriate marketing checklist into Jira tickets Man, that is a simple one, but let's move that to play testing. We'll move that to play testing because that's something that I can always get that done while the game is being tested. So we'll move that over. Work out at least 2 times this week. This week, it'll be something simple. We have to take the inactivity. What are you talking about, TikTok? I'm clearly here. All right. So working out, reading the Bible, we'll definitely do these things. So let's move these all the way up to the top. So I'm starting to see that I'm getting more confident because I'm starting to see some stuff that we don't need to do this sprint, such as Design OCPD Coach 2025 merch. I have already done this. I got my first batch going. So what I'm going to do is we're going to punt it. Punt it to any time because that's something we can get done at any point in time. Outline a plan for the OCPD Coach workbook. Again, we'll punt this. This is not urgent to our number one goal right now, which is getting this game done. Anytime task. OCPD Coach Sunday stream. This is one that I'm doing the work right now, so it'll be an automatic gimme. So we'll definitely put that up there. Localizing the game. Let's do localization and playtesting. That is not essential right now. Creating a camera system. Not essential right now. I'll do a refresh just to make sure we get things out of here that don't need to be in here. Nino, appreciate you rocking in here with me, Nino. So you've been there for a minute. So we have ad magazine selling. This is not urgent for the game. As a matter of fact, we can bump this all the way to post demo. Create establishing tickets for each of fries. We won't do this until post demo. So that's my horror game. We'll put that at post demo. We have create strategy books and guides. Let's do this in, let's put this in demo. I would still like to get it, but we'll put it in demo. Animatronic system. This is something that can go post demo. And what I can do is I can make it where the animatronics don't exist there yet. So I can put it in for the trailer and then take it out. Special NPCs. Let's definitely move this out because I don't have time to do this. We'll move that to be post demo as well. Advertisement system. Let's make this. I would like to do this in the demo sprint, but I think we're going to move that to post demo as well. Build the core unlock scaffold, license unlock scaffold. Both of these can get moved to post demo. This can get moved to demo. We'll move that to demo. All right, we starting to make some progress, y'all. Let me get some water and see how we're looking. So we have gone from 64 down to 58. So we still need to move a lot more out, but we are making progress. Set up poll on Discord server. So I'll do that today. Make everything feel more snappy and satisfying. We're going to move this to our demo marketing sprint. We won't do it right now. It's not essential. Make thumbnail for the office video. Honestly, this is not essential right now. I don't need this right this second. And my video editor might be able to get that done. So we'll move making that thumbnail to post demo. Let's do demo marketing because I might not need to push it off too long, but we definitely won't be doing it now. Edit PNGs to make them transparent. So instead, I need to just upload or share OCPD coach thumbnail folder. Yeah. We're going to keep that. That's simple. That'll be a quick win for us. Implement arcade and arcade machines. Bumping this out. We probably will have the arcade closed for now. So we would say demo. Let's say demo marketing. We'll put demo marketing. Adding products, units, and design, that has to happen. Mall fleshing, that has to happen because we have the mall advertising. Let's get that done. Trailer, we need to send the video for the trailer over, so we definitely will add that. We will be doing finishing the setting screen, cutting Shannon's hair, setting up that pole. What else do we have? Add phone effect for phone calls. Honestly, this is a polished thing, so let's not even worry about that this sprint. Let's do this in the let's move it to play testing. So we'll move that to play testing. Scout upcoming conferences. Let's also move this to play testing. I want to get the number down. So there are quick wins, but let's just get the number down. Optimize the game. That is in progress, but since I am not doing this, I am not pulling it into the sprint because I can't hold myself accountable for somebody else. Replace AI art with real art. Ooh, that needs to happen. So I need to check in with Mike. Because if Mike has done these, then this is easy for me. I just need to pull it in. Submit the updated build to Xbox. We're not doing that this sprint. We will do that after playtesting. Let's do it in the demo marketing. Balancing test. This is going to be a playtest thing. So let's have this in playtesting. Craft marketing materials. This is not me. This is going to go into our demo marketing. Update documentation. Not needed right now. We'll move this to be our post demo. Send RGSS for testing. That is in play testing. Build clear image magazines. Let's move it out for right now, and I'll see if it makes sense to put it in the next sprint. We'll see based off the play test if it's even needed. Build church system. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and get our church system. Let's get that added. That was a big component when I started making the game. Generate bootleg logos of all products. I don't know if that's necessary, honestly. So let's move it to post demo. And the goal is this. Anything in the post demo, if I get to the point where I'm at demo or post demo and it's not in, but the game has been tested and people don't have a lot of new feedback, we're pushing it. A lot of that stuff I can add over time. I don't need to have 100%. We need to just get the thing working, get the thing out there. All right. So create publisher list for, let's move this. We don't even need this anymore. That's post demo stuff. I do want to add my buddy's book in. So I need to figure out, let me do that in playtesting. I don't need to do it right now. I can do that in playtesting. Money counter at the end of the screen. Demo marketing, we can do that one. Checkout system rehaul. I keep bringing this up, but let's just put this in demo marketing. So we'll see if I have a bug. If I have a bug and we are required to change that, then we'll add that as a ticket, but we don't need it right now. Add all items to stores for demo. This is supposed to be a Justin thing as well, and he's actually doing that. So I'll give that to Justin, and I'll pull it out of my sprint. Consider making Patreon account. I did the Patreon account. We have it. So let me show you. If you do want to support the channel, or get one-on-one coaching. I am a certified Agile Scrum product owner. I can help you get things done. Make sure you hit the Patreon. Okay, so how are we looking? Rest and recover. What is rest and recover here? Rest on benches, attend movies, eat at food court. This is a stretch. I'm not bringing it in. I don't want to hold myself accountable for it right now. But after playtesting or during playtesting, if I have time, that's a great one to pull in. Build Santa Claus system. This is another one. Let's pull this out also. We don't need that right now. Create cinematic trailer. That's going to be moved to our demo marketing. Add name tags for tenants. Demo marketing. Consider in television clone. Post demo. Implement sound effects. We do want that to happen this sprint. But adding the phone effects and speaker effects for the announcer. Let's move all of that to post demo. Yeah, that can all go post demo. Set up customer voiceovers and animations. Let's move that to playtesting. Excuse me. Yeah, let's add that to playtesting. All right, add products and designs to units. This is the same thing as another ticket, so we're going to delete it. That's a duplicate. Mall fleshing, so fleshing out the mall. What I really would like to do is add, this is what I'll do. I know what I'll do. So we'll say extras. We'll say the back room staircase is an extra. And extending the back room all the way around Sarah's, that's an extra. Because we don't need the back room right now. We'll say extras. Not needed for demo. And actually, this is what I'll do. I know what I'll do. I'll create a separate ticket. So mall fleshing for full release. And the mall fleshing ticket for the full release, that's when I'll add all the stuff I have as extras. That's when we'll get that stuff added. Because I'm trying to think, what other things would I really be adding to this thing? And then also another question, is this an opportunity to delegate? Is this something I can just have Justin do, since Justin is already doing a lot of my 3D stuff? But I'm out of budget. My budget has expired, y'all. Or I have maxed out my budget. So I have to consider that right now for all of my games I'm working on. So we'll put that in full release backlog. And then the other thing I'll do is I'll drop this, extras. Yep. Close that out. And then here we can drop extras. Okay. So that looks good. Implementing the sound effects. So let's split this up. We're going to have one for get sound effects created. So we need somebody to create our sound effects first of all. We'll clone that. And I'm down to 3 minutes, but we're making good time. And then I'll put implement sound effects. Implementing the sound effects we will put in playtesting. Yep. And I had get sound effects created. Yes, yes, yes. So we're going to say sound effects have been created. Now I want to real quick explain to you guys. Oh, and that was an 8. So let's drop it down to about a 3. Get sound effects. So let's change this. So place order for sound effects because I can't control how fast they get something done. So this is something that I like to teach you guys when it comes down to breaking your tickets up. You only want to account for things you can get done. By the way, if I lose power for whatever reason because it's storming out here, then that's why. But you'll still catch me on the stream this upcoming week. But we're finishing up. We're finishing up. So how are we looking? Nice. Look at that. Look at that. We are down to 31 tickets. Much more manageable. You have to be realistic, and I'm starting to think that I might want to undershoot in certain areas instead of overshooting for everything. Oh, another thing we can pull out is this build, sell, and promotion system. We can pull this out for now. This can honestly be a we'll move that to be a demo marketing thing. We don't need that right this second. That's something that can wait. And I wanted you guys, if you have been watching these streams consistently for the past 3 weeks, I hope that you guys paid attention to the evolution of my different tickets. So the sound effect ticket started as implement UI and sound effects. And then I decided to split that out and say implement UI, implement sound effects. And then I just split it out again and said create or order sound effects and then implement sound effects. So these are things that you have to do to make sure that everything that needs to get done, get done is digestible. Task chunking is what I call it, task chunking. All right. So with that being said, we are at 30 tickets, and I'm comfortable with that. Let's start this sprint. Big focus on audio. So complete. So make game trailer ready visually and functionally. And we're going to start our sprint. So I know that the Here Comes the Money is always a big thing, and although I didn't finish the sprint, we can at least play it one time. So let's just give it one good thing since we did get our sprint started and we were able to wrap that up. Here comes the money. Here we go. Here comes the money. So that one is for starting the sprint because I always think that that is a big accomplishment when we can get things planned and then we can get things done. I just heard a weird noise. I didn't know what it was. All right, so before we wrap up, before we officially wrap up, you guys get to see me knock a few things off the list first. Go ahead and get this sprint going. So first things first, our OCPD Coach Sunday stream. That is what we're doing right now. So that is going to be marked done as soon as I'm done with this sprint. Look, trailer requirement. We're going to put that in blocked because that is, we have that set for a certain time. So we want to make sure we don't try to have the to-do filled up with stuff we can't do right now. Another thing, admin planning. And then also, let me move this setup poll on Discord server up. We'll move that up. Wipe time, I wound up getting that in. Read Bible for 30 minutes, workout. Jameson meeting, this is a thing that happens on Tuesdays. Thursday, can't do that right now. Can't do this right now. I can't do this right now. Can't do that. Can't do our hyper focus. Oops. I was trying to select multiple tickets. Can't do this yet. I think that's it. So let's move these all over. So all of those I moved to block. I moved them to block because I can't do anything with them right now, and we want to make sure our to-do is only filled up with things that we can either get started or knock out today. Let's check our other ones here. So yeah, I'm still in the sabotage. I'm still in the build settings screen. And I'm honestly, let's move up implement UI, move that up to the top. Wait, replace AI art with real art. This is something that's blocked also because I need to check and see where Mike is. Worst case scenario, if I have to finish it up myself, I'll do it, but I know I had somebody working on it for me. Place an order for sound effects is blocked until I get the UI. And I'm gonna show you something real cool, Azure. I can actually, if I don't want to remember this stuff, I can go inside of here and then I can do this plus sign for linked work items. And I can say it's blocked by implement UI. And you can add multiple. But when I hit link, now it tells me that this ticket is blocked. We'll remove that. This ticket is blocked by UIR, so I can't do this until I get UIR done. Let me move wipe time to the bottom, sun time to the bottom, because I always wind up getting this time in nowadays. I'm just trying to order this by things that I can knock out today so I can get a really good start. So that Bible system is going to be a big one. Additional NPC designs. Notification overhaul to the top. Oh, I didn't even realize I had this one. I didn't even realize I had this ticket pulled in, but it's fine. Trademark check-in, move that to the top because I can do that right when I'm done with this. And I mean, I'm looking at this, it looks doable. It definitely looks doable. So we're going to do our best. All right. That being said, y'all, this was a great stream. I really enjoy times like this when I can hop on a stream and show and be transparent even when I'm failing, or failing is a strong word. I'll say failing. It is what it is. I failed to reach my goal of finishing all of my tickets and finishing all of my UI stuff. However, it's part of life. But I like when I can show you guys what it's like so you can see that, first of all, I'm not putting on a show. Everything that I'm doing is legit. But also how I navigate these situations, because we have a hard time understanding, or I would say connecting with people if we don't understand that they really get our struggle. We are going to have a great sprint. Last sprint was great. This sprint will be great. We're going to get a whole lot of stuff done while also maintaining a healthy relationship with progress. This being said, I do want to remind you guys that I do have a Patreon. If you want one-on-one support, if you want me to do what I just did for myself, for you, one-on-one, hit the Patreon link. You also are going to start getting access to private streams that I'm going to start doing that are not on YouTube, TikTok, or Twitch. Those are going to be inside Discord. So definitely, if you want to see more behind the scenes stuff, don't forget to do that. If you want to set up Jira for yourself, I just popped up the link for Jira. If you need help setting up Jira, I just popped up the link to help you out. But this is also something I would do inside of the Patreon rewards for you. If you need some free resources, such as that retro document I showed you, I have them. I have all of my free resources available at theocpdcoach.com/resources. And I put that link up for you as well. And if you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you do. That is a great channel. I'm always putting up new content, and I want to hear what you guys have to say. Final thing, wish list. Go wish list Retro Game Store Simulator right now. If you are into video games or want to show support and plan on buying it, definitely give it a wish list. And yeah, I'll be live again 3 times a week. I'm live. I have it in my banner, but every single Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, we go over everything that we just assigned ourselves. So make sure you're here for that stream. Stop moving. Stop moving, camera. Make sure you pop into that stream if you want to see how I'm doing. Saturday streams, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. We do a teaching session for about an hour. So if you want to have an input on whatever topic is being talked about, let me know. Reach out, let me know. And then we get work done. And then every single Sunday, 1:15 p.m. Eastern time, just like now, we plan and review our upcoming sprint. All right? The OCPD coach will see you guys later. I appreciate you for your time. I hope you got something out of it. And I hope that you keep fighting for your life. Peace.